Good evening, I'm Kelvin Edward, and this is Steph Media TV. What we're witnessing today in Gaza is nothing short of catastrophic, a relentless assault that has now crippled what little remains of the region's healthcare system. The Indonesian hospital, once the final beacon of medical hope in northern Gaza, has now been forced out of service. This follows a fresh wave of Israeli drone attacks and a tightening ground offensive that has surrounded the facility, effectively cutting it off from the outside world. Dr. Marwan al-Sultan, the hospital's director, confirmed on Sunday that Israeli forces have been directly targeting the hospital, including its intensive care unit. Trapped inside the facility are around 30 patients and 15 medical staff, with no way out and no one able to reach them. This isn't an isolated case. For 19 months now, Israel has systematically battered Gaza's healthcare infrastructure with the Kamal Adwan and Beit Hanun hospitals already rendered non-operational due to earlier strikes. Human rights groups and unexperts are calling it what it appears to be, a campaign to destroy Gaza's health system. According to Dr. Mohammed Abu Salmiya, director of Al-Shifa Hospital, the current wave of bombardments, which began over the weekend, marks an intensification of Israeli attacks on medical facilities. He says, the medical teams are really suffering. We have too few staff, and far too many wounded. Many could die without care. The health ministry in Gaza has echoed this warning, reporting that a state of panic and confusion has engulfed the Indonesian hospital. Patients and staff have been cut off entirely, and no new admissions are being allowed. The message is clear. The hospital has been shut down by siege. Let that sink in. All public hospitals in northern Gaza are now out of service. In what experts are calling a total collapse of Gaza's healthcare sector, Israeli forces have repeatedly bombed, besieged, and burned key facilities including Kamal Adwan, Al-Shifa, Al-Ali, and Al-Adha hospitals. Ambulances, medical clinics, and even health workers are not spared. The Geneva Convention clearly defines such attacks as war crimes. But the destruction isn't confined to the north. In central and southern Gaza, hospitals have also come under fire. In Khan Yunis, 9 missiles slammed into the European Gaza hospital, killing at least 16 people. Another missile hit the Nasser medical complex, killing 2 more, including a wounded journalist. Doctors are now being forced to turn away patients. Medical supplies are exhausted. Fuel is nearly gone. There's no food, no clean water. And as aid continues to be blocked, famine is looming. According to Al Jazeera's Hein Kaderi, Israeli airstrikes continue to escalate, with drones and fighter jets blanketing the skies. Hospitals like the European Gaza Hospital, once providing critical cancer treatment, are now non-operational. The death toll is surging. Emily Tripp, executive director of AirWars, reports that casualty incidents in April alone have matched the horror of Gaza's darkest days, October and December of 2023. Nearly 700 deadly attacks were recorded in just 1 month. The children are not spared. In just the last 10 days of March, UNICEF estimates that 100 children were killed or maimed every day. Since Israel resumed attacks after a ceasefire collapse on March 18, nearly 3,000 more lives have been lost, bringing the estimated total since October 7 to a staggering 53,000 dead. Among the latest victims are a volunteer pharmacist from the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, a midwife from Al-Adha Health Association, and a journalist from Al-Rabi TV, who died alongside 11 members of his family. These are not just numbers. These are people. Mothers, children, doctors, journalists, humanitarians. And yet, the world watches. This is not just a humanitarian crisis. It is a brutal, ongoing assault on life itself, a siege on survival, targeting the very institutions that are meant to preserve. This is Kelvin Edward, reporting for Steph Media TV. Stay informed, stay prepared, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hard-hitting stories that matter. Good night.